You want to catch fish like this by doing basically nothing? Stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright guys, every once in a while I get asked, hey Chase, will you get me some fish? And you know, I always say, yeah, sure. And I give them a whole Ziploc full of fish and they ask me, how the heck do you catch so much fish? Are you that good at fishing? And the answer is yeah. So anyway, the answer is yes, but also I have little tips and tricks on how to catch bulk catfish. So all you're gonna need, I'm gonna show you how to do this, all you're gonna need is some nice strong twine and a good solid circle hook that is currently stuck on my finger here. I'll link all this stuff down in the description, but well, golly. There we go. Yeah, let's get to it. I'm gonna show you all exactly how to do it, what bait I use, how I set it up, what I think when I do it. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is go ahead and cut a good 6 feet of work. I'm gonna cut 10 feet because I'm gonna drop this one really deep. So what I'm gonna do is just do 2 arm spans. 6 feet is normally pull and teeth. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your line and you're gonna go ahead and tie your hook on there. I'm using a Mustad 8/0. I'm just using 3 8/0s. I've got a bunch of 5/0s on there. Anywhere in between is fine. You just gotta be able to get that string through the eye of it. And then take your string, tie it on there however you want. I personally do a improved clinch knot with 4 twists. And if you don't know how to do an improved clinch knot, I highly recommend learning. The issue with this though is this line, when you pull on it like this, it doesn't want to do anything. So you gotta kind of work it down. Don't worry about your tag in there. If the fish don't see the first 10 feet, they're not going to see that couple inches there. Then take the other end and just tie a loop in it. So what I do is I take 2 strands like that, double up, and just tie just a regular square knot. And then tighten it down. And you got a nice little loop there. So let's go ahead and bait it up. Okay, so the next step is to find out where you want to put your little dock line or your tree line. You can put it on a tree branch on a river if you want. But before I do that, I'm going to show you how to hook these things. You want your hook to be nice and exposed, but also have a good hold on the bait. So if little ones come along, they won't pull it off of there. Basically, I like to put it kind of like that there. See how exposed that hook is? And that it's still got a good grip on that bluegill. All right, let's go find a good spot to put this real fast. So what I'm going to do now is unhook this bluegill for starters. And you take your little loop here that you created and you go underneath your stick or whatever you're trying to tie it onto. So basically it's like this, then you take your hook and you run it through that loop. You tighten it down. And now you're stuck there. The only way you can get that out is if you cut the line, untie it, or if you run this back through. You're not going to run this back through. Hook it, drop it in, and wait. There's a few circumstances that get catfish to feed during the day, but primarily, especially these flatheads, they're nighttime predators. Alright, it is 11:32. I'm about to hit the sack, but I'm going to go down and check real fast, see if we've got any. Those flatheads start to move around about this time of night, so we might have one on one of the bluegill. Oh yeah, there's a fish on there, boys. Oh, there must be a decent fish. There goes a shad. There must be a decent fish on here, y'all. It's gotta be a flathead. This was the bluegill. Yeah. It's all right. It's maybe a 10, 15 pounder. Boy, it's a beautiful fish. Beautiful little fish, y'all. There we go. That 11, about 11 pounds, a little shy of 11. I'm gonna get him back in the water. old fish. Go ahead and kind of, there it goes. I caught one more flathead right there I didn't show. I'll show you all that in a second. Then I decided to hit the sack and check out what I caught in the morning. Alright y'all, it's morning time, and you see that little cleat right there, how it stood up like that? That means there's a fish on there. I've got it set to where it'll pop up. So I'm gonna go out there and see what we got. Just a long, skinny channel cat. Their head's real swollen this time of year because they're spawning, but I'm gonna get them back in the water. That's a really dark channel cat. It's not a blue. That is a channel. All right, let's move over here. I got one over here. Yeah, it's a flathead. Not bad. Notice how I'm holding all the flatheads by the mouth, because that's okay, whereas the channel cats have a tendency to roll a lot, and they will rip your hand to shreds, let me tell you. Flatheads are a little more calm, their mouths are bigger so you can get a good grip, and they have a tendency to shake their head, not roll. So when they do shake their head, you better hang on tight, otherwise they will rip your hand up. Another thing I want to talk about is the bait I'm using. People will say, oh yeah, flatheads only hit live bait, live bluegill, live shad. That's not true. First of all, it's almost impossible to keep shad alive. Second of all, I've caught way more flatheads on cut bait and dead shad than any live bait. I don't think I've ever caught a flathead on live bait. That's not to say that they won't hit live bait. In this video, I'm just using bluegill, dead bluegill, and threadfin shad. If you want to see a more in-depth video about catfish baits, go ahead and click this link up here. It's only a couple minutes long, and I cover my top 4 baits. One of the advantages to dock lines is you can throw them out and do literally anything. You can throw them out while you sleep, you can throw them out while you work, you can throw them out while you fish, like I am here. I mean, can you blame me? Another thing to keep in mind is typically dock lines are going to be most productive at night, except for when there's a big storm rolling in, which is what's happening right here. Those storms, it changes the pressure and those fish go crazy and start feeding like mad. And I'm just gonna go ahead and roll some clips here of all the fish I've caught. Enjoy the music, sit back, relax. See you in a minute. I don't know if y'all noticed, but every single one of those fish was hooked right in the corner of the mouth. Circle hooks, y'all. Use them. Link in the description. That there's a gaspergoo, or a freshwater drum. They are borderline trash fish. They fight hard, you can eat them, I wouldn't want to, and you're legally allowed to shoot them with a bow, so that's where Texas Parks and Wildlife stands. When you're done with your dock lines, take a pool noodle, wrap them up, stick the hook in it, and save them for next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all learned something new, and consider subscribing if you liked this video. I'll be uploading a whole lot more content like it. See you next time.